Welcome to the place where you, the individual atheist, can type in atheist, sort by new, get this guy, Christian, no interest at all in debate or proving each other to be wrong, immoral, or ignorant. That's boring. That's so 2007. Let's do something challenging. Let's find out what we can agree on. So I want to make this video just to kind of recalibrate the situation. Ask a fundamental question. And this isn't necessarily between an atheist and a Christian. It's between any two people who come from different ends of the spectrum as far as their perspective goes. The question is it possible to fundamentally disagree with someone's views without looking down on them? That's the question. I've openly stated repeated times in my videos, me being the Christian, looking at you, the atheist, I don't look down on you. I do not think, oh, that's an immoral person. Because I'm a Christian and I think we're all born sinners, so we're all in the same boat, which is the same reason I do not look down on homosexuals. I disagree. I believe that homosexuality is immoral, but I believe a lot of things are immoral. Pride itself is immoral. So the moment I say, well, I'm better than people who are gay, I'm better than them, I look down on them because they're gay, and that the Bible speaks against it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Then we've got like 1,000 fingers pointing back at me for all these other things, including pride. And you know, the moment a Christian begins to judge another person for their sins, they've already committed a sin, is the way I see it. So by default, as a Christian, I do not believe that I have the right to be judgmental and single out one thing like homosexuality. What about people who are living together that aren't married? That's still sin. Jesus openly talked about that. He addressed the woman at the well. He talked about that with her. So for me as a Christian, it's wrong to point out homosexuals and say they're wrong, but not point out all this other stuff. There's a lot. It's easy to judge someone for something that you can't relate to what they're going through and say, well, what you're doing is more wrong than if I'm tempted to talk about somebody behind their back, which is gossip, which is Venn diagram, pride, and all these things. The Bible talks so harshly about gossip and loose lips, as far as basically saying your tongue is lit on fire from hell, you know. So very much against that. So I'm not caught up in singling out gay people. That's hypocritical, if you ask me, of being a Christian. So with that being said, though, I believe that homosexuality is a sin, but I don't look down on gay people. I embrace gay people. I like gay people. I love gay people. I think they're great. Just like I believe that people who are not married and live together, they're great. Or whatever the thing is that you're putting somebody in a label, in a box, and saying that's immoral. I love everybody because I'm in the same boat. I don't relate to that specific thing, but man, I am a sinner. We're all sinners. So I do not look down on other people. I do not look down on atheists for not believing that God exists, for not believing the Bible. I do not look down on you. Why would I? Why? That's what I'm having trouble. So you don't agree with someone, so therefore you think that you're better than them. No, I do not put me in that category. I mean, that seems very basic, right? But our culture teaches the opposite. Our culture teaches, well, if you disagree with someone, then you need to label them as wrong, ignorant, immoral. You need to tell them that. You need to draw the line in the sand and basically say, my side is better than your side. I'm on the right team here. But what if we said we're at different ends of the spectrum, we have completely different perspectives, but I don't think that I'm better than you? Because the moment you look down on someone, you're saying, I'm better than you. For me as a Christian, I'm better than no one. I'm better than no one. We're all born sinners. We all need to be saved by God's grace. He's our only hope. I'm not better than anyone. If anything, I'm worse than certain people, because there are certain sins that other people don't really struggle with, that I might struggle with. In that way, they're better than me. So for me, it's all about a mindset of humility as a Christian. You can't do that if you're looking down on people who disagree with you, whether they are participating in a sin that the Bible speaks against, or they don't agree with your faith at all. I do not look down on anyone, because the moment I do, I am an instant hypocrite. But my question, can we agree? Can we agree that you, the individual atheist, that it would also be somewhat hypocritical in some way? Or if you look down on me for being a Christian, Because I've had people tell me recently, even this week in the comments, that they definitely look down on me for being a Christian. They look down. They admitted that in the comments. I'm not going to pull up the comment and read it. Actually, I had more than one person say that. But to me, that seems to be problematic. Even if it's not hypocritical, maybe it's problematic. If you as an atheist say, well, I look down on you for being a Christian. Because to me, one of the major problems our society is dealing with is they think in their minds, I disagree with you, therefore you're wrong. See, that's not necessarily true. You can disagree with a lot of people, and that doesn't mean that you're right and they're wrong. You might just disagree, right? That's pretty simple. So it's funny that we extend that concept to make it about other things as well. What I present to you is you can have a different perspective without looking down on someone or thinking that you're better than them. I do not think I'm better than anyone. In fact, I think I'm probably worse than most people in many ways, and I openly acknowledge that. Can we agree? You the atheist, the individual atheist, me the individual Christian. Can we agree that it's possible, and we should make it the norm, that for all the people in the world that we disagree with, we don't look down on them. We accept that we have different perspectives, but we don't think that we're better than that person. Because to me, I find that to be an individual flaw, Christian or not. The moment you think that you're better than someone else because you have what you believe is the superior view, you already lose out in life. That's going to hold you back in life. Because then you're limited to only communicating and dealing with and living with people and interacting with people who are like you. And to me, that's being a bigot. And that's a word that's often assigned to Christians. Well, ultimately, it's important to me that I'm not a bigot. I want to be completely accepting of all people and say, I'm not better than you. Come here, let me hug you. Let's hang out together. That's my view on it. Can you fundamentally disagree with someone without judging them, without looking down on them, with saying, hey, we disagree? Who cares? What do we agree on? And that's the whole theme of these videos. I say it in all of them. What can we agree on? Can we agree on what I've spoke about in this video? That's up to you, the individual atheist, and what you have to say in this comment.